Hello there and welcome to today's tutorial. In today's tutorial class, we'll be solving most repeated post-utme questions on mathematics. The first question we have today says, a trader bought a phone for 12,000 naira and sold it for 15,000 naira. What is the profit percentage? Option A, 25%. Option B, 20%. Option C, 15%, and option D, 30%. Let's solve this together. The question says a trader bought a phone for 12,000 naira. 12,000 naira here is the purchasing price. So we are given what? The purchasing price to be what? 12,000 naira. And sold it for 15,000. So we have the selling price is 15,000 naira. You see, what is the profit percentage? So the profit percentage is unknown. Now, the first thing we need to do here is to find the profits. Profits is equal to selling price minus purchasing price. Profit is equal to selling price minus the purchasing price. From the question, the selling price is what? 15,000 naira. So we have 15,000 naira minus the purchasing price is 12,000 naira. So we have minus 12,000. 15,000 naira minus 12,000 naira will give us 3,000 naira. Now this is the profit. Therefore, the profit is what? 3,000 naira. We are asked to find the profit percentage and not the profits. So to find the profit percentage, we say profit percentage is equal to the profit divided by the purchasing price. Profit divided by the purchasing price times 100. This is equal to, the profit is what? 3,000 naira. So we have 3,000 divided by the purchasing price is what? 12,000. So we have 12,000 times 100. This is equal to 0 will cancel out. This will cancel out. This will also cancel out. We have 3 over 12. So we have 3 over 12 times 100. 3 divided by 12 will give us 0.25 times 100. 0.25 times 100 will give us 25%. Therefore, the profit percentage is 25%. All we need to do is to come to the options and pick the correct option. From our solving there, we have that option A is the correct answer. Question 2 says, if sine theta is equal to 3 over 5, find cos theta for 0 degrees is less than theta and theta is less than 90 degrees. If sine theta is equal to 3 over 5, find cos theta for 0 degrees less than theta and theta is less than 90 degrees. Option A, we have 4 over 5. Option B, 3 over 5. Option C, 3 over 4. And option D, 5 over 3. Now let's solve this question together. We're going to solve this using SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. Where so here it's sine. Sine theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. Opposite over hypotenuse. Ka here is cos theta. Cos theta is what? Adjacent over hypotenuse. So we have adjacent over hypotenuse. And then 2 here is tan theta, which is equal to what? Opposite over adjacent. So we have opposite over adjacent. From the question, they say if sine theta is equal to 3 over 5, so you are given sine theta is equal to 3 over 5, right? Yet, we have that sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite over hypotenuse, which is equal to 3 over 5. Meaning that 3 here is the opposite and 5 is the hypotenuse. From Pythagoras theorem, we have from Pythagoras theorem, we have that adjacent is equal to the square of hypotenuse minus opposite square. If we substitute these values into this equation, we have that adjacent is equal to the square root of hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is what? 5. So we have 5 squared minus opposite here is what? 3. 3 squared. This will give us 5 squared is 5 multiplying itself 2 times to give us 25 minus 3 squared is 3 multiplying itself twice to give us 9. 25 minus 9 will give us what? 16. Square root of 16 will give us 4. Therefore, the what? Adjacent is 4. Recall that cos theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Now we have the adjacent from the question. The adjacent is what? 4. We have solved for the adjacent. 4 over the hypotenuse is what? 5. Therefore, cos theta is equal to 4 over 5. This is our final answer. From the options here, we have option A, 4 over 5 to be correct. The next question says, find the sum of the first 10 terms of the arithmetic progression. We have 2, 5, 8, 11, and so on. Option A, we have 155. Option B, we have 150. Option C, we have 145. And option D, we have 140. Now, from this question, they say find the sum of the first 10 terms of the arithmetic progression. So we have number of terms, n is equal to what? 10. They say find the first 10 terms. So the number of terms here is what? 10. We also have what? The first value given to us, a. The first value given to us is what? 2, the first 10. We have the first 10 to be 2. We have the common difference, d. d stands for the common difference. Now 5 minus 3, 5 minus 2 will give us 3, right? 8 minus 5 will give us 3. 11 minus 8 gives us 3. Therefore, the common difference between these values is what? 3. Now I've gotten this. To get the sum of terms in an arithmetic progression, we go with this formula. Sn is equal to n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 d. This is the formula for sum of terms in an arithmetic progression. Now here we have s, instead of writing n, you see S10 is equal to n over 2, which is 10 over 2 into 2 into our a is what? 2 plus n minus 1. N is what? 10. So we have 10 minus 1. D, the common difference is 3. We close the brackets. S10, the sum of the first 10 terms, is equal to 10 divided by 2, we have 5, into 2 times 2, we have 4, plus 10 minus 1 will give us 9, multiplied by 3. We close the brackets. S10 is equal to 5 into 4 plus 9 times 3 will give us 27. We have 5 into 4 plus 27 will give us 31. 5 times 31 will give us 155. Therefore, the sum of the first 10 terms in this arithmetic progression is 155. Therefore, the sum of the first 10 terms is equal to 155. We come here, the correct option here is what? Option A, 155. The next question says, if x squared plus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0, find the roots. If x squared plus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0, find the roots. Option A, minus 1 and minus 3. Option B, 1 and 3. Option C, minus 1 and minus 2. Option D, 3 and minus 4. Looking at this question, this equation here is a quadratic equation. We have x squared plus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. Let's factorize this equation. We find two numbers that when you add them together gives you the middle number, and multiply them gives you the constant, which is 3. Now, those two numbers are what? 3 and 1. That's plus 3 and plus 1. Let's check if it satisfies the condition. Let's check if it satisfies the condition. We have that plus 3 plus 1. Plus 3 plus 1 will give us what? Plus 4. It satisfies this first condition. Let's check if it satisfies the second condition. Plus 3 times plus 1. 3 times 1 will give us what? 3. Plus times plus give us plus, so we have plus 3. So plus 3 and plus 1 satisfies the condition. What we need to do is to substitute this into this equation to replace this 4x. So we have x squared plus, instead of writing 4x, we write these two values. 3, we attach x to it, and then plus 1x, which is the same thing as x, plus 3 is equal to 0. If we factorize this, there's something common here. Let's group it. If we group this and also group this, we have x squared plus 3x plus x plus 3 equal to 0. There's something common here. What is that? X. So if you bring x outside the brackets, we have x squared divided by x gives us x plus 3x divided by x gives us 3 plus. There's something common here, right? Yes. That is 1. If we bring 1 outside the bracket, x divided by 1, we have x plus 3 divided by 1, we have 3. This is equal to 0. Now, if you observe what we have in this bracket is the same with what we have here. So we pick 1. We have x plus 3. And we have what? The one outside the bracket. X plus 1. Which is equal to 0. Now, if we equate this to 0 and equate this to 0, we have that x plus 3 is equal to 0. And here we have x plus 1 is equal to 0. If we make x the surface of formula here, 3 crosses the equality sign to this other side. We have x is equal to minus 3. And here we have x is equal to plus 1 crosses, it changes to minus 1. And therefore, they say find the roots. Therefore, the roots of the equation x squared plus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. It's minus 3 and minus 1. These two values. Now, if you come here, we have minus 1 and minus 3. So option A is the correct answer. The final question says, what is the derivative of f of x is equal to 3x squared plus 5x minus 7? Option A, 6x plus 5. Option B, 6x minus 5. Option C, 3x plus 5. And option D, 6x minus 7. Now we have the derivative of this function to be d over dx into this equation 3x squared plus 5x minus 7. Now we are meant to differentiate this function here. Now let's do this individually. If we differentiate these terms individually, the formula remains nx raised to power n minus 1, where n here stands for the power. If we do that, for this first term, we have 3x squared. If we differentiate it using this shortcut, we have that n first, right, which is the power, we have 2 into 3, right? We have x, which is this, raised to power n minus 1. The power is what? 2. 2 minus 1. This will give us 2 times 3 gives us 6. We have x, 2 minus 1 is 1, which is the same thing as 6x, right? Because anything raised to power 1 is what? That same thing. So for here, we have what? Instead of writing this, we replace it with this value, 6x. We have differentiated this first term. Let's differentiate the second term. If we do the same thing for the second term, we have 5x. When you have 5x here, it means the power of x here is what? 1. So it's the same thing as saying 5x raised to power 1. Because anything raised to power 1 is that same number. If we apply the same shortcuts here, we see the power first, right? So we have 1 times 5 into x raised to power n minus 1. N here is the power. 1 minus 1. This will give us 1 times 5 gives us what? 5. X 1 minus 1 is 0. From law of indices, anything raised to the power of 0 is what? 1. So we have 5 times what? 1. 5 times 1 is equal to 5. So the second term we have here is what? Plus 5. We have differentiated this one. We have 5 here. The third term we have is what? Minus 7. Minus 7. Now, when you differentiate a constant, you have 0. Take note, whenever you differentiate a constant, you have 0. So, this is a constant here, 7. It doesn't have a variable attached to it, so it's a constant. If we differentiate a constant, it's equal to 0. So, here we have minus 0. This is the same thing as 6x plus 5. So, this is the final answer after differentiating this equation. So, the correct option here is option A, 6x plus 5.